Hello from Dallas and welcome to another packing video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kathryn and I like filming packing videos like this one and other wardrobe and style related videos. So if you like this video and are interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing to my channel. Like I said, I'm coming to you guys from Dallas, Texas, and this is the last day in what has been a 5-day trip for my boyfriend Vince and I. We spent the last 4 days in Denver and then just the last day here in Dallas, and I wanted to show you guys how I packed all of my clothing, shoes, and accessories for this trip in my carry-on suitcase. We're heading back home to Milwaukee today, so I also wanted to show you guys how I repack all of my stuff up. I think oftentimes you watch packing videos and things just look so perfectly put together in the suitcase, and I wanted to show you guys how I'm able to fit it all back in my suitcase after the trip is over. Before I start packing things up here, let's rewind to a few days ago when I began packing for this trip, and I'll show you guys how I packed and share some of my tips along the way. Welcome back. It is now about 10:40 and I need to check out of the room by noon. Vince is currently at an interview right now, so I think we're just gonna meet each other at the airport. So I'm gonna get all of my stuff packed up and ready to go and show you guys how I do it. So here's what I'm dealing with. I've got this stuff over here, some electronics to pack up, my laptop obviously, purse, little toiletry bags in my backpack, my suitcase items over here. By the way, this room is really large. We had 2 beds for some reason and a kitchen just for a night. A little bit extra, but that's okay. Okay, so I've got my suitcase stuff to pack up that you can see right here. And then finally I have my toiletries. Hi. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with my toiletries because I want to show you guys the exact toiletries that I brought on this trip because I know I didn't show that in my footage from a few days ago. So let me just quickly run through all of the stuff that I bring in my toiletry bags for a longer trip like this one. As far as makeup goes, I like to keep it in this case that I got from Ulta. It's by the brand Tartan and Twine, and I love this makeup case because it separates my makeup from my brushes. So I'll show you what I mean. On one side of the makeup case, I'm able to have all of my brushes and my beauty blender, and then on the other side I have all of my makeup. So it's just a really easy way to make sure all of my makeup stuff is together but still separated out into logical categories. So like I said, I've got my little beauty blender. It's not a real beauty blender, it's one of the imitation ones from Amazon, but I keep it in an old beauty blender case. And then I just have an assortment of brushes. So I have my bronzer brush, I have my face powder brush, I have, let's see, I've got a few eyeshadow brushes, and then the little spoolie thing I use for combing out my eyelashes when they get a little clumpy from mascara. So I've got those, and then that is it for brushes. But on the side I have my eyelash curler right here, and then finally a pair of tweezers. I always try to pack light when it comes to travel makeup because I don't want to run the risk of breaking any of my items while traveling. So these are kind of my tried and true travel makeup items. First is my Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, which is small, but it has all of the essentials I need. Nice transition shade at the bottom, and then just a couple of simple eyeshadow options. And this case is really durable as well, so great to travel with. And then I also have in here my face powder. This is the NYX HD finishing powder in the translucent color. I also have my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Again, all of these packages are really durable, so they don't break when I'm traveling, which is great. I have my primer, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. And then I have my foundation, which is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I am currently wearing the color, let's see, I'm currently wearing the color light medium, and I really like this foundation. I've been meaning to try it for years and years, and when it was time for me to get a new color, now that I'm getting paler in these winter months, I knew I wanted to try this IT Cosmetics CC Cream, and I've really been enjoying it so far. I also have my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is the color Light Neutral. And then finally I have my eyebrow dual pencil. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, a lot cheaper than Anastasia Brow Wiz, but it does the same job as that one, so I love that. I have my Glossier Cloud Paint in the color Beam, and I really enjoy traveling with this because I don't need to pack a separate blush brush for it. I can just dab it on with my fingers, which saves on space. I have my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and then finally my Laura Mercier Caviar Eyeshadow Stick in the color Au Naturel. Au Naturel. I never know how to pronounce that. I think it's just Au Natural or something. Anyway, I got this as an early Christmas gift from my mom, and I really enjoy it so far. It's great quality, and again, the packaging makes it really easy to travel with. My makeup is all packed up, and the other 2 toiletry bags I have include this one, which I just keep my toothbrush, my Invisalign retainers, and my deodorant in. The only reason I really have this extra little toiletry case aside from this one is because this stuff doesn't fit in here. But this is the one that I keep all of my little liquids and whatnot in, because you can see it is a translucent toiletry case. So I'll show you guys what's in here real quick. And now I'm going to tackle packing the rest of my suitcase. I have some clothes that I travel with that are obviously not quite dirty and not quite clean that I like to keep separate from my other clothes. So for example, I'm talking about things like pajamas, where I only brought one pair of pajamas for this trip. So I was wearing them over and over. I didn't want to put them in my dirty laundry bag, but I also didn't want to put them with all of my other clean clothes. So what I did to kind of separate out my not quite dirty, not quite clean clothes is that I had one of my 2 packing cubes reserved for the items that I was wearing and intending to re-wear. So for example, I have this larger packing cube that you guys saw earlier that I have the few remaining items that I didn't wear on my trip. It's just 3 shirts that I ended up not wearing. But I have this smaller packing cube that I was using for other items that are already in the laundry. But while I was traveling from Denver to Dallas and trying to separate my not quite dirty, not quite clean clothes, I would put them in here. So this worked out really great to have, again, like my pair of pajamas in, my yoga pants that I was wearing to do yoga in the morning, and again, didn't want to put in the dirty laundry, but wanted to make sure I kept separate to wear again. So what I've got left as far as clothes go are 3 unworn shirts, like I mentioned, and then in my suitcase, I've got my underwear in this pocket, some socks in this pocket. I always like to have extras of those when I'm traveling. My belts, my little hard jewelry case, and then mostly a whole lot of laundry. So this Old Navy bag is completely filled with laundry. This is my North Face quarter zip that I'm gonna be wearing on the plane. I have a item for my sister for Christmas, so that's gonna stay separate. And then I also have a whole nother big bag filled with laundry. I'm gonna get all of this stuff packed nicely in this suitcase, and then I'll show you how I made it all fit. Okay guys, I know this looks scary and like it's not gonna zip, but trust me, it's all gonna fit. I just wanna show you first how I packed everything up in my suitcase. I don't have anything in these 2 top compartments, but as I open the suitcase on this side, I just have my belts and my jewelry case, and I ended up putting all of my clean socks and underwear that I hadn't used into one side of this elastic pocket, and then in the other elastic pocket, I put my hairbrush and my little toiletry case for my toothbrush, deodorants, and retainers. And then on the big side of the suitcase, I will show you guys how I stacked everything. So I'll just kind of move this out of the way. I of course have my large bags of laundry, which takes up the majority of the room in the suitcase, but underneath this bag of laundry, I have my spare pair of shoes. I only brought 2 pairs of shoes on this trip. I love to save space when I travel by minimizing the number of shoes I'm bringing, and these ones are just tucked in a canvas bag at the bottom of my suitcase. Much like you saw when I was packing up this stuff, I like to try and keep my heaviest items towards the bottom of my suitcase, so when it stands upright, it's not going to crush anything delicate at the bottom. So we've got laundry bag number 1, laundry bag number 2. Underneath this laundry bag, I just have my sister's gift that I'm going to give her, separated in a bag so it's not going to touch any of the dirty laundry. And then over here, I was able to tuck my hair straightener, and then there was a little space right in between the laundry bag and the side of the suitcase where I was able to slide in my makeup bag. And then this toiletry bag just has various feminine products, so it provides a little extra cushion for this makeup bag as well. It's not gonna go sliding around anywhere, nothing's gonna get crushed or smushed, it's just nice and tucked in there. And on top, I'm just gonna put my 1 packing cube that has my 3 unworn shirts in it. I'm gonna put my empty packing cube right on top of that. And then finally, in this little dust bag, I have my crossbody bag that I brought with me on the trip. Of course, I need to limit the number of items I'm carrying onto the airplane, so I'm just gonna stick with my backpack in the suitcase and store my purse in the suitcase. So that is everything. Trust me, it's all gonna fit and zip up. Okay, there we go. That's it for this packing video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in seeing more packing videos. In the meantime, you guys can always follow me on Instagram at @itskathrynmary, and I will see you in my next video. Catch you later. Bye.